Ladies and gentlemen, federal employees, how can you know what are the biggest factors that influence what your Social Security benefit is going to be as a federal employee so that you know how to play this system, so that you can get the most bang for every buck when it comes to Social Security? We're going to dive into that today. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're a federal employee, go ahead and hit subscribe. This is the channel for you to help you maximize all your benefits and retire confident. So if you're into that kind of stuff, this is the channel for you. So let's start. The first thing we have to know is, are you eligible for Social Security? Now, under the old system for federal employees, under CSRS, that system did not pay into Social Security. However, there were actually very few CSRS people around. There's still some, but there's certainly the vast majority of you watching are going to be under FERS. And under FERS, you do pay into Social Security, so you will get Social Security benefits, assuming you are eligible. Now, how can you be eligible? You have to have about 10 years of working history, or 40 credits, which comes out to about 10 years. So the vast majority of people that are federal employees are eligible for Social Security because they've been paying and they've been working at least 10 years. Now, these 10 years don't have to be necessarily working for the government. Any job that pays into Social Security, which the vast majority of jobs these days do, you would be earning credits towards your Social Security. So again, if you're a federal employee, the odds of you getting Social Security are very, very high. You're probably eligible as long as you got at least 10 years of working history in any job that paid into Social Security. However, being eligible is not the hard part. Getting big benefits, that's harder. How they calculate your benefits. Now, I'm not actually going to go over the equation because the equation is a beast, okay? And you really don't need to know it. It's not very helpful. The most helpful thing you can do is go to SSA.gov, the Social Security Administration's website, make an account, and get a statement. That statement will show you what they project your benefits to be. That's going to be the most helpful thing. But there's a couple key things to know about that. When they calculate your benefits, they're using the 35 highest earning years of your career. That's what they average. So, for example, if you've worked a total of 39 years by the time you retire, between that movie theater job at 16, between everything, let's say you work 39 years total, they're going to look and pull the top 35 and use those to calculate your Social Security benefits. And the lowest 4 earning years would just drop off in this example. However, what if you only have 30 earning years of your career between all your jobs, between everything? Well, that means there's going to be 5 years where there are zeros in your calculation, which would mean lower benefits overall. Okay? So just know, they look at the 35 highest earning years of your career, not necessarily with just the federal government, with any job, that pays into Social Security. So the more years of service you have, or closer to the 35, the more your Social Security benefits are going to be, and the more you made during those years, the more it is going to be. Now, last but not least, one of the biggest things that impacts what your Social Security is going to be is when you turn it on. Because how they calculate it, they run all their math, and they calculate what your Social Security would be at what they call your full retirement age. Full retirement age. And for a lot of people, it's right around 67. For you, it's going to be either 67 or 66 in some months. If you just look up FRA chart, full retirement age chart, you can find yours really, really quick. It's based on the year you were born. And so you get quote-unquote full benefits, full Social Security benefits at that full retirement age. But you can actually start benefits anytime between 62 and 70. The earlier you take it, over on this side, closer to 62, the smaller the benefits you get. They start reducing down your benefit. And if you go this way, closer to 70, then it gets more and more and more. And they give those increases per month. So for example, if you take your benefits at 62 and a half, you'll get 6 months more worth of benefits than if you started right at 62. For every month you delay, you get more benefits. So those, again, are the biggest factors to determine what your Social Security is going to be. Is first, are you paying to the system? Under FERS, you definitely are. Second, do you have enough years in the system paying the Social Security to actually be eligible for a benefit? And again, you need about 10 years or so. And they look at the 35 highest earning years of your career to determine what your benefits will be. And that will determine what your benefit would be at 67 or your full retirement age. But if you take it earlier or later, your benefit would be bigger or smaller. Now, I've got other videos to help you decide when you should probably take it, because there's pros and cons of taking it early, there's pros and cons of taking it later, and it really depends on your goals, your situation, your spouse's situation, a bunch of things which I go over in the other videos. But hopefully this gives you an idea of how your benefit's calculated and the few things you can do to help increase it over time. But again, the best thing you can do is just go get a Social Security statement so you can get a really good projection of what your benefits will be down the road. So I hope that's helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.